Hey guys, it's your girl SeekretD, and we're gonna drive and we're gonna chat. So I was just listening to an old episode of Kendra, and they were talking about this guy came on and he was saying that a red flag for him is someone who doesn't have long-term friendships. He's like, he is 40 whatever, I think like 42, and he had the same friend since he was 5 years old, right? Bet. So here's the thing. And then they went on to say that, Kendra said she heard it on a podcast, that they said that people who don't have long-term friendships are a red flag because that means that they don't know how to be in long-term relationships, right? And I'm here to say that that is absolutely false. Okay? So for one, people grow apart. People grow up, they turn into different people. They have different things they like. And a lot of times you might not like the same things other people like. And so your lifestyles do not mesh and it doesn't make sense to be friends with that person. For instance, I don't have close friends that smoke weed. I don't have close friends that smoke. Why? Because if I'm around you, I don't want to be around that shit. And I'm not trying to be the person that comes to somebody's house or goes to somebody's outing and people are smoking and I'm just there like, so no, you're not going to serve me if I can't be around you. And if we can't really be around each other, even though granted I'm not really around my close friends like that, or people that I consider to be my close friends, but at the same time, if I can't be around you, we don't really have much in common. I feel like in my younger age, in my 20s and stuff, I hung out more with my friends. And honestly, I don't talk to any of them. The people that I actually hung out with in my late teens, early 20s, I don't speak to any of them right now regularly. Not a one. And I'm an amazing friend. You know what I mean? And I feel like that statement, oh, if you don't have long-term friends, that doesn't necessarily say something about you. I don't think it says anything about me. Like, people that I communicate with regularly, one girl, I went to high school with her. The other girl I knew since like junior high school, elementary school. But honestly, both of those people, even though I knew them earlier on in life, we didn't start talking until like adulthood, like talking every day more constantly and things like that. So I can't even say, yeah, I knew them since high school, I knew them since elementary, I knew them since junior high school, because that to me is a false statement. But again, like I said, I know my value and character as a friend, but I also know what I'm willing to accept and what I'm not willing to accept. And I feel like a lot of people think that if you don't just be taking people's bullshit, that means that you're not a good friend. No, that means you value yourself more than you value others. So not because somebody knows you for a long time are they going to be a good friend. Not, like the time someone knows you means nothing. Y'all see how people be married for 25 years and the husband or wife turn around and start cheating, have a baby outside and all these things, but they've been together for 25 years. That means nothing because time says nothing about character. And the issue with friendships are people's character flaws. That's usually why friendships don't last, is because people's characters are real shitty these days. Like, a lot of people want to take. They don't want to give. They're comfortable with the fact that you're a giver. Some people are comfortable with the fact that you have this to offer them or you have that to offer them. So y'all need to realize to stop putting everything in this general assumption that everything is not black and white. And this to me is not one of those black and white situations. So I would have to disagree with the statement that if you don't have long-term friends, then that means that you're a red flag because you don't have to be in a long-term relationship. Because I will also add that a friendship and a romantic relationship, night and day, two different things. They require different things. And I would assume that most people are pickier when picking their relationship partner than they are with picking friends, because you kind of fall into relationships, especially if they're like from childhood. You kind of become friends with people simply because you're around them. And those relationships either get cultivated or turn into great adult relationships, or they don't. But those are not people that you kind of handpick. When you date somebody, you date them usually with a purpose. Sometimes people do fall into relationships where they happen to have sex with somebody and it's like, oh, okay, I might like this person, but they didn't really actively date them. But generally speaking, people kind of do like a little when they want to date people. So that's another thing. So it's not the same thing. So don't compare friendships with relationships. It's not even a similar experience. It's 100% different. And people be like, oh, you gotta be friends first. You do have to be friends first, but you also have a different set of rules and expectations on your friends than you do your romantic relationships. So that's all I gotta say. Y'all can let me know how y'all feel about it and what y'all think about it, but that's what I think.